Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer, and today I'm gamesplaining Black Orchestra. Black Orchestra is a 2 to 5 player co-op game. It came out in 2017, which makes it a few years old, but I've only just got it around to the table. As with a lot of my collection, we've been through the story, we understand. So, what do I think of it? I think I like it. I say I think I like it because I'm not the hugest fan of co-op games where you're taking a turn, you do some stuff, and then someone else does some stuff, because I fear that it is in the position where it could be alpha gamed very easily. And I don't like. Other co-op games that don't have that alpha gamer syndrome, I'm really actually quite a fan of. So this one sits kind of in the space of it could go the wrong way. I haven't played it with any alpha gamers yet, so who knows? We'll see what happens. The other issue that I have with this game is the whole mechanism of it's about Nazism and defeating the Nazi party. It puts us on the current side of history, on the, let's say, the good side. I'm assuming no one's going to say, oh, I don't agree with that. So let's go with good side of history. The entire game is about trying to assassinate Hitler. Good theme. However, because of when it is set and in Germany in that era, it feels a little more struggly than I like, which is probably right for the game, but it means that I don't necessarily want to play it a lot. I'm very glad that I have played it a couple of times, but I don't know if I'll actually come back to it and say, oh yeah, let's play that one again, just merely because of the theme. I'll leave you to juggle that for yourself and decide if you like that theme or dislike that theme, or it doesn't really matter. Entirely up to you. But that's my stance on it. So, I've played this a couple of times as a 2-player game. I haven't played it as a larger player count game, but I've played it as a 2-player game. There are moments in the first game we kind of went more maybe to the 6th era, I guess you call it, before we actually managed to assassinate Hitler, and yes, we won. The other game I had, we managed to assassinate Hitler really early on, and it felt kind of, oh, is that all? But on the first game, which went till age 6, it was kind of like, okay, we need to be finished now. And this, I guess, is like, I'm feeling like I'm being really negative on this game. I actually enjoyed the game. Please don't misunderstand me. But these are elements of what's going on in the game and my issues with errors of the game and potential things that you can just watch out for. So on my second play, we managed to knock over Hitler really quickly. It was the first roll killed Hitler because it was a really lucky roll. And this is actually what it comes down to. If you're really lucky with dice, you can kill Hitler relatively quickly. If you're really unlucky with dice, you'll have a lot of goes at trying to knock him over. I haven't lost the game yet. I have only played it twice. I don't know what the balance statistics are on this game, but I do wonder if, because it is co-op by nature, that there's potentially too many winners, because a heck of a lot of it does come down to chance and like you're working on how many dice you're going to be able to roll. And the roll will show a certain number of negative things. And if there's too many negative things, then it doesn't matter how many positives there are. That's a really cool aspect of the game. I really like that. But I fear that it's almost too easy to win, because you're able to hold off on actually making the attacks until you're able to roll more of those negatives without it having a negative effect on you. So there's a heck of a lot going on at the table on this. It feels really struggly, and that's probably the right spot to be in, because if we think about the actual time range of this game and when in history this is set and what we're actually trying to do, it should be struggly. It should be a challenge. I kind of really like that. I dig that it's right for the era. However, as a gamer, it also feels, that's still, I don't know if it's necessary to be that struggly, but if it wasn't that struggly, then finish quicker. And that comes back to my previous comment of, I've won the game twice and played it twice. I fear that the numbers are off. This is a real push-pull kind of game. Go on and watch my my Gamesplanation and get a feel for the game, and try and get a real good feel for what happens, what you're trying to do, what you're trying to achieve by doing that. There's a heck of a lot going on, but there's also not much at the same time. So making the decisions as to what to do is pretty much the game. It does play relatively easily and relatively quickly once you understand what you're doing. If there's a list of all the things that you could do on a turn that's like this long, they are relatively easy things, and I found that I was actually ignoring a heck of a lot of them quite a lot of the time and just doing the same things over and over. That isn't necessarily the right thing to do, but it's a really good thing to do, because you focus and you do the stuff. What I did notice, however, on the second play is that there's little tokens that can be flipped over, and that costs 1 action. You've got 3 actions in your turn. You flip a token over, and then you have a choice to pick it up. You can only carry so many tokens. Each of those tokens is necessary for you to manage a plot to kill Hitler. So each of those extra tokens that you have, you'll get an extra die to roll to try and kill Hitler with. Finding that balance of when to pick them up is really important, because underneath them, once you have picked them up, is you're able to return a token to the box, which means it's out of the game, but you're able to then move that marker down further by doing that. And that's one of the actions you can do, and doing it isn't necessarily the right thing to do because you lose pieces that you could be using that could be necessary to the game, but sometimes it's a good thing to do. There's a real trick on the balance of it. So look, I'll leave you to have a look at my Gamesplanation and see what you think of it, see how you feel about the game, and if it's a game that's really up your alley, or you'd be, I don't know about that one. If you have any questions, please write them below. If you have any games that you would like to be Gamesplained, please shoot me an email at thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at thegamesplainer to keep up to date with the games I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.